Palacios. I attend Island Coast High School, and I'm the CEO of Second Defense, and we're providing you with a network of safety. Now I'd just like to introduce you to my staff.
Hi, I'm Alyssa Johnston. I'm from North Fort Myers High School, and I'm Director of All Operations here at Second Defense.
Good morning. My name is Jen Flersall. I'm from Ida Baker High School, and I'm the Director of Research and Development.
Good morning. My name is Mackenzie Walden. I'm from North Fort Myers High School, and I'm the President of Marketing.
Good morning, my name is Cesar Ortiz. I'm from East Lee County High School, and I'm the President of Human Resources.
Hi, I'm Michael Davis. I'm from Estero High School, and I'm the Chief Financial Officer of Second Defense.
So before we get started, I would just like my teammate Alyssa to hand me out some portfolios of our product information.
Thank you.
To start our presentation, we would like to show you a quick video.
Ain't disturbing. Alex?
Hey, good morning, Robin. You know, the gorilla exhibit here remains closed, but I wanted to give you an idea of the height of that barrier that the child climbed over. This is a baby gate, and the barrier was about this high, 3 feet tall.
The image is jaw-dropping.
Oh my God!
A 450-pound gorilla dragging around a 3-year-old boy like a rag doll. This morning, the Cincinnati Zoo defending its decision to put down the 17-year-old endangered silverback named Harambe.
As you can see, this is a major problem. Here at the Cincinnati Zoo incident, it made headline news. A zoo had to decide whether to put down their own animal or whether to risk the life of a child. Why this problem is so major is because it can happen to anyone, at any time, at any place, at any zoo. Children and an animal's life were put at risk. If you had to choose between a child and an animal's life, just as Cincinnati Zoo had to, they had to put down their own animal. They lost an animal, they lost a rare silverback gorilla named Harambe. If you could find a product on the market right now available at this time that could solve this problem, would you take advantage of it? So as you can see, there are unsolved problems, which is the biggest issue. So one of them is that zoos lack security, such as what happened in the Cincinnati Zoo. Animals are getting hurt, and so are children. And there's incidents that happened previously. For instance, in the past year, there have been 10 incidents, and 2 of those have been fatal. And with that being said, there are lawsuits, and the zoo can lose money when the settlements are being paid back. So therefore, our product can offer something that will have the zoo save money and can also offer animals' lives to still be fine, and for humans to have an interaction. And with this product is, the workers can be everywhere instead of being with the animal at all times. The visitors can have a one-on-one reaction, still feeling personal and close, and just interacting with them without the workers feeling that they have to watch out because of how they're going to react if a person gets too close, just as what happened in the Cincinnati.
So, as Director of Research and Development, I was able to find various accidents of this ongoing issue all over the world, in places such as Berlin and Beijing. Now, one important thing about this timeline is that it's not only gorilla enclosures, as in the Cincinnati Zoo. It's not just focusing around this incident. It's panda enclosures, tiger enclosures, and lions. So our product can really work for any enclosure.
So what do zoos have already, and why are we different? Zoos right now currently have the small gates that you see up from the video that they have. That looks like a baby gate. Is a baby gate. That's an exact example of how high their gates come. They also have walls. Like, they keep building walls and think the higher the exhibit, the better the safety, which is wrong. They also have glass enclosures, like when you go see water-type animals, they have the glass enclosures. They also do that for the outdoor animals. And what this does is it's not safe for both the people and the animals, because in turn the animals inside the glass cage feel like they're more captive, which in turn changes the reaction, how they react with the animals. And with our product, it would change because you're not only, when you go to the zoo, you want to visit the animals and their attraction, you want to see their real, true environment. You don't want to be blocked out by a gate or a wall with a glass, so that's why we're different.
As I'm sure most of you saw out in the lobby, our product is a fairly simple design. At the top of the viewing platform, there would be a simple motion detector, much like you would see in a garage. Now, in the resting position, the net would mostly just be tucked up against the wall. Now, after that motion detector is set off, it would extend, catching any child or object that would have fallen into the exhibit. Now, our main goal is to keep that one-on-one contact with the viewer and the animal without compromising safety, much like Alyssa said before.
So, what are our target market? As we start our business, would primarily focus on zoos because it's a current event and people are more prone to it. And as we continue to grow and increase our business over the years, we would target amusement parks such as Disney World, Busch Gardens, and other safari parks. We would move on to construction sites because the heights are very high in places such as New York, and circuses and sporting stadiums such as baseball, football, and all that. And our marketing strategy, we would partner with organizations who build enclosures so we know how to build our model, and AZA, which is a zoo-type organization. Because this idea has never been presented before, it's a pioneer idea, we would have advantages, we would have technological advantages over any other organization who would like to model ours.
While gathering research, I had the opportunity to contact a few zoos, and as you can see on our right, yes, you're right, there's a list of the zoos, and the pie chart, what that represents, the light blue. The light blue represents zoos that said that they would buy our product. The light blue, or the dark blue, represents the zoos that would consider it. So either way, they said no. They did not say no. Actually, I got in contact with Zoo Miami, and I was talking to an executive position person. He was very rude. He thought I was a reporter. But he told me is that if he would, he's in the dark blue, so he wasn't my biggest fan. And he said that it would depend on the cost, that we would need to do a presentation, and overall that he would consider buying it. And he started giving me life advice. Because I told him I was a high school student, so I guess he thought I was struggling. And he told me that with this product, it's for an entrepreneur, it'd be a very good thing to sell, a very good thing to create, because it would give us good traction to start, and it would give us good traction, so that way we can keep continuing in the business and be very successful.
Alright, well now let's talk about the numbers. In order to build this would cost about $194 per 15 feet. Now, in the first year, we're expecting to sell 50 units, which is about one zoo, given they will have more than one enclosure, and they're each about 150 feet wide. Now, the next year, after every zoo can see what we're doing and how this can protect their zoo from lawsuits and things like that, we're looking at selling about 200 units, which is only 5 zoos rather. And then that trend continues out through the next few years. Now, if you look down in the income statement, you'll see that we will be in the red for the first 3 years. Now, after that, for the next several years and going on forward, our revenue increases exponentially. Now, you'll see over here a few of our startup costs, which are pretty standard, rent, the prototype, and things of that nature. So really, it's really an easy product to get off the ground and go from there. So now, we have the investment. We're looking for $100,000 from each investor. Now, you would see a 25% return after the 4th year and years continuing on through that. Really, the only question is, who would like to join our network?
I would provide you with network of safety.
Good job, speakers. Michael, you might not be an entrepreneur, but you should be a comedian. You're Michael, right?
Oh, I'm Cece.
Yeah, this is, very current event, that you saw in this file, of course, you can see that, that needs to be solved. You showed that there's problems. What was some of the feedback you did? You did in surveys, you asked people, and it really did, even the people that didn't like your idea, you can learn from those things, right? So that's good that you did that. You don't want to just have people just affirm everything you do. You want the constructive criticism as well. So why aren't some zoos doing some of the things that you've mentioned? Because it doesn't seem like it's some of the ideas you have are that innovative. They're things that are kind of out there already. You're kind of putting them together, like the infrared, lights to detect if someone's gone over the rail, and then why are they not doing something like this now? Did you get any feedback on that?
Really, we asked them that question, like, why hasn't anything gone into place? And it's really that there's nothing available. I mean, zoos themselves aren't engineers. They're not going to be able to develop a product like this. And there's nothing else like it on the market. And most of them said if something like this were on the market, we would be more inclined to buy it and use it in our facilities. So mainly it was because there's not a product like this on the market.
Okay.
Is there a potential problem with the motion detector? Sometimes when you go to a zoo, everybody wants to lean over. So at what point do you lean over and the motion detector goes off? But you're not falling in, you're just kind of...
I explained this a little bit out in the lobby. Most enclosures are about 10 feet wide from where the fence is to where the drop-off is going down into the enclosure. This sensor would be a good 6 feet away from the fence, just so no unnecessary triggers would set off the motion detector. Anything else?
Anybody have any questions?
On the ROI, the 25%, generally, I get fits and people will give me numbers like this that, if I invest, I can make 20, 25, 30% on my money. And they think that's a lot, and it seems like a lot. And it is if I'm, buying a CD or something, or, interest. But when I'm investing in a startup, it's super risky. There's 9 out of 10 startups are going to fail. And so for me to get a 25% potential return just isn't great enough for me to invest. And so just think about that when you're pitching to investors. The risk that they're taking is much greater than that. And so they're going to want equity. So you want to give them some equity, you give them interest in the company, and if it fails, everyone fails and loses money. But if it makes money, as angel investors this early on, brand new companies, what's in their mind is I'm looking at this, since 9 out of 10 are going to fail, only 1 out of 10 are going to succeed, I have to have the opportunity, at least, that everything I invest in can make 10 times my money. And so it doesn't get me excited for 25%, for startups. For other companies, you're an existing company, I can make 25%, you're killing it, you're Apple or something like that, yeah, I'd love to do that. But brand new companies, Apple just starting out, Facebook just starting out, it was much more than that, the opportunity to invest. And so just as a point of, as you're talking to an audience of angel investors, they're looking for more than that. Good job.